My healthcare story is about my mom. Her name was Marie Funk. She was a part of a company which we thought was great. It was called Senior Life. And they were the insurance company, they were the doctor's office, and they were the pharmacy, all three together in one. They told us that she was healthy, she was in great hands, and as time passed, she was really feeling not well. The last day that I saw her was on September 30th, and I got her out of her bed and got her in a wheelchair, and all the leaves were changing colors on the trees, and I got her outside, and we just sat and we went across this little covered bridge place, and there was a little stream. And we just sat there for a little while and we didn't talk. And she just looked at me and she said, "Okay, baby, I'm ready. Take me back inside." That was the last time I got to see her. She smiled at me so big and told me it was okay.
Put People First stands on the shoulders of so much history. It started with an idea, a vision.
Speaking up is to actually speak up to encourage other people to speak up.
Of changing what's politically possible. A belief that the only way Pennsylvania is going to change is if everyday people get together to make that change. We knew that our families and communities are hurting everywhere around Pennsylvania. Millions of us. And if we don't see each other and learn how to be together, then we'll forever be pitted against each other, and things will keep getting worse.
So you know the ills in your county, and I know the ills in my county. We can say, well, in this county, in that county, we can write about that and say, hey, in Philadelphia, co-member of mine is saying the same thing I'm saying.
Counties and cities experience distress.
We started with a proposition. Our basic needs are our human rights. If we can agree on that and learn together why we don't have our rights, then we have a basis to unite around what we need and deserve.
We have a moral ground when we say the right to health care. How can you have the right to life or the right to health if you don't have health care?
Our message is angry and serious. We deserve health care. It is a human right. We want it now. We want it as of yesterday.
Everyone deserves a right. Decent quality of life. Right to health care. We're taking it.
Working on a campaign together focuses our efforts and becomes a vehicle to build leadership, make the invisible visible. Recognize that we're not alone, and become a powerful force of poor and dispossessed people.
So we just won the public hearing with the Pennsylvania Insurance Department, which is the first public hearing on rising insurance rates that have happened since the adoption of the Affordable Care Act. You know, we did a survey in 46 counties in Pennsylvania.
Have you had trouble paying healthcare bills in the past year?
We did a petition that reached 600 people, like real Pennsylvanians with real lives and real issues.
Healthcare is like air and water. It is a necessity. We do not consume it, we need it. It must be provided. We cannot go without it. I've had over 50 operations, had over 60 medical admits, and every single time I go in, we fight for everything. Over the price of a pill, over the price of a nurse, over the price of a bed.
The CEO is getting paid. They living on caviar, we living on cornflakes and water. And I think that is not right. That's not right. Not at all. They taking our money and leaving us poor. That's why we in the poorhouse. We pay the insurance people. The government give them money. Then we got to pay the doctor. Let God be your conscience and let your conscience be your guidance. Everybody have a blessed day.
I'm only 17 years old. I've only been alive for 17 years. And in that time, healthcare and insurance has impacted my life a lot. My mother was diagnosed with cervical cancer after going 10 years without a pap smear because she did not have health insurance. And she passed away from cervical cancer. She did not realize that she had the cancer until she began hemorrhaging and bleeding severely. Because of that, I do not have my mother. She died when I was 12 years old because a lack of health care. She did not have the access, she did not have the ability to get health care, and she prioritized other things, like working 3 jobs to be able to pay for me and my siblings to go to school. If we do not have access to mental health care and physical health care, it's not treating us as humans, as the full humans that we are.
A lot of you shared very personal stories about how health insurance impacts your life, and I appreciate the courage that it took to come and share that publicly. So thank you all for being here.
Put People First is about people, the recognition that each of us is on a journey. A journey from self to other. A journey from me to us. A journey from understanding my problem as my own to understanding it as a problem that is faced by many.
Freedom is not free. Y'all hear me? You only get what you organize and take. Huh? If somebody gives you something, they can take it away. But if you're organized and you realize that that organization is us, then that is from which power grows. And they can't take that away. Remember that.
We have to look at one another, not just for our skin color, not just for our political beliefs, and we have to, as people, we have to learn to love each other more. We have more in common than we have that divides us, and I believe that's going to get us through these years to come in America right now.
Mom's here with us, and she supported Put People First. She was always very caring and kind. She did whatever she could to help people at all times, even whenever it put us under the river. I get that skill from her. She taught me to love unconditionally. We're gonna pass it down to my children, to other generations coming up, to the people in the street who don't get the respect and the dignity and the love that they deserve. There's people out here who love you regardless of your circumstance. And we're gonna be here and we're gonna fight. We're gonna bring it.
We're gonna win. Healthcare is a human right. We're gonna get universal healthcare, not just for PA, for everybody. everybody who needs care. We're just going to keep fighting. And there's power in numbers, and there are more poor people struggling without care than there are rich people fighting us to say we can't have it.
We're all on a journey from our current reality to what's possible. Let's go on that journey together.
But most of all, I must give thanks to my best friend Tiffany Walker for getting me involved with this beautiful organization that stands for everything I believe in. And thanks for having us.